Okay, once the urethane is hard enough that you can just peel it out of the cup like that, you know you can open up the mold. We'll clean this out. And it's not going to look beautiful yet, but what we've tried to do here is we've tried to just get those coils pressed into place. On this next pour, we won't have to press so hard. Okay. So you can see, you know, we're flush in a couple areas, but there's low spots. Pretty much everything is adhered down in there. So we'll go ahead and get our next pour on there. The next pour, we're only going to need 4 ounces to fill this. Now we're going to apply the top fiberglass piece, and I'm going to cut a couple little slots here for our exit wires. And I put a little foam plug here just so that I know my exit wires aren't in there, so I can drill a hole between these 2 exit wires and I know it's free. Okay, we'll mix up the resin and do that last pour. Okay, again I'm going to fill the middles. Make sure there's no voids. Fiberglass. Put it on there. Here's a finished one when it comes out of the mold. You can see the exit wires here. Okay, we're going to open this mold up. Take the clamps off. Okay, the next step, and this is really important to remember, is you got to take these spacer locating bolts out, and hopefully you remember to wax them. Again, I use that coconut oil, and these should unscrew real easy. Okay, I have all 3 of these out. What I wanted to show you next is, and this is something I didn't show you before, but there is a single 1/4 20 bolt down here, and it's out about 1/4 inch. If I start turning in on this, it's going to force the whole stator out of the mold. I'll show you how that works. First, I'll go ahead and pop the mold. The only part that's tricky is if you get too much material around this exit wire, sometimes you got to chip that off. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully chip that. I did wax those pretty good. Okay, that's what the stator looks like so far. I'm going to show you how to deflash. You can just break all this off. It basically will break to the line. Not all. Now I want to show you. You can see that bolt? I'm going to start turning that in. Okay, it's bottomed out. And I want to show you how this is already starting to work out. I had to pry it at a certain point. Just a little bit. Oh, yeah, it was my silicone glue. That silicone sometimes gets stuck in the resin. Okay. So here's the stator. I want to show you this. We can just chip out, clean up. I usually clean it up with a little knife. clean this edge up, and it will look like this in a few minutes. Anyway, that's how you make it. There's all three stators. They weigh about, gosh, they weigh about 5 or 6 pounds each. They're kind of heavy. So this is going to be a pretty monster generator.